Welcome back. Was that 5-0? Yeah, I also 5-0'd my practice leagues. It's two trophies in a row with the deck. Actual 10-0. I've only played these 10 matches. Obviously, we'll lose some. They even swap Raptor. The Heat's become discharge. I don't know. Maybe Heat is really fucking good. That's part of the reason why I don't like Raptor so much either. Is like you don't have any other energy cards. Raptor is worse in those kind of decks, but I'm not sure. Is Nihil better than Surgical in the sideboard of a Dreadhorde deck? I think so. Nihil Spellbomb, you have to, like, against Jund, Delirium, and Hollow One, you want to exile the whole fucking graveyard. Same thing against Flage, too. It's like, you want to exile their whole graveyard so that you can like cycle Spellbomb when you draw it, and then their Flages are worse, is pretty important. Usually I like to lead on Nethergoyf, and then in the spots we'll go like DRC, Inquisition, Bauble. They'll have a big Nethergoyf. This deck doesn't look like mid-range, so it's aggro. I would say this deck is mid-range. I would say that it is Jund, effectively, just with like a lower curve. Dreadhorde Arcanist, Nethergoyf, Channeler, lots of removal spells, lots of discard spells. I feel like this is like quintessential Jund-style mid-range. No push, please. I want to hit you for like 6 here. Gotta keep that, I think, with this Arcanist. We broke it. We broke it. Raptor Arcanist. Well, I haven't tried Raptor in this exact shell. We're 10-0 with Arcanist though, but it's a little bit early to say. Okay, so my opponent went Swamp Concede. Matthew Slade, 2 months. Thank you. Welcome back. For some reason, I can't click on the username. Okay, just 1-5-0 from Tron. Nothing with a swamp. I think these spell bombs might be good. Like, if your opponent concedes, I don't know, it could be Necro. I feel like that might be Goryo's. Because they only play one swamp. Ganon with the 14 months, thank you, welcome back. I'm just gonna play one. Let's just see what happens. Have we considered Primal Prayers with Ace Rack instead of blue cards? I mean, we've considered it, but like the problem is it's like you need Guide of Souls plus Ace Rack to go off, right? And so like Guide of Souls plus Shrieking Drake plus Primal Prayers is infinite life. And then you could also just do what we've been doing, which is Primal Prayers plus the blue 1/3 plus the Greenbelt Rampager, and that is also a 2-card win the game combo, but with 1-drops that can be tutored by Ranger Captain and like higher card quality overall, and like the ability to like just if you draw them early, you can just like cantrip without Primal Prayers. So and there's like almost nothing else drawing you into black besides Ace Rack, and the combo is way too click intensive. Maybe I should have sorry, I should probably play on Bowmaster by fetching. So I choose Charm over Blood Moon, or to have no Blood Moons at all. I mean, we only have 19 lands in the deck, so casting a 3-drop on curve is not something we can do super consistently. They're a Grixis pile. Basim! Oh, they forgot to have a 0-drop. Yeah, I just don't like to play 3-drops in the 19-land deck. I feel like we have Titan kind of covered more so with Damping Sphere. And so, like, when you have Damping Sphere, you don't need Blood Moon as much. And I think Charmaw is better against a lot of the, like, Eldrazi and the Tron variants, where they just can, like, Blood Moon's not that good against Tron. Their curve is kind of low. They have a lot of talismans. I think Charmaw is better. So, like, Damping Sphere better against Titan, Charmaw better against Tron, and the other Eldrazi decks. Like, a lot of the other Eldrazi decks, like, just have, like, basic Forest Utopia Sprawl a lot right now, too. Basim! What inspired you to put Arcanist in the show? I mean, we've been talking about Arcanist plus Arena of Glory for like a month, and I guess I just kind of finally got around to testing it. But we've been talking about it for a bit. But I've been messing around with some other Rakdos shells off stream, and then also and then they also printed Fomo, and I think we may be talking about since even before Fomo was printed. I'm not sure, maybe not. But since they printed Fomo, it just I think made a little bit more sense to give it a go. How is Sphere good against Titan? So all of their Lotus Fields, their Simic Growth Chambers, their Bounce Lands, they tap for 1 colorless instead of the double mana. And like if they play a bounce land, they have to pick up a land and only taps for 1 colorless. It's pretty good against them. And like their deck is kind of built around those lands, and it punishes those. You think this is better than Jund version? I don't know. I mean, we top 4 of the challenge with the Jund version. That was exciting over the weekend. But I also have not lost a match with this deck. I'm 10-0 with this deck, so both good results. They play kind of differently. I don't know if I would say that the Jund version is even the same archetype. The Jund version is like, in my mind, an aggro deck. This is like Jund style mid range, which is kind of funny because this is Rakdos and the aggro deck is Jund. Yeah. But yeah, this is more of a mid-range deck than the aggro build we top 4 with on Saturday. Yeah, Fomo is so good. Demonic Council failed to find. Yikers. I want to see a little bit more of their deck. So if I Tarfire the Basim, my Goyf shrink to 3 power, which is worse against a counterspell. But Basim is be kind of crazy. Well, so this was this on purpose to get Delirium? Don't know if I believe that. Probably don't have Kappa Cannoneer and Demonic Council both in your deck. Okay, I don't actually have Delirium for the Tamiyo here. They just concede to the Kroxa. 11 and 0? 11 and 0? As far as actually playing it out, I'm not sure. I'm gonna spend some time working on that though. Usually like to lead on Goyf into channel or discard spell. Double basic is kind of interesting. I think the Dimir Cannoneer deck is worth taking the plunge for Mox Amber paper. Should I invest in staples like Goyf and Flage? I have most of other Image 2 staples. That deck is very fun. I really like the Dimir Cannoneer deck. It's one that I recommend. And I think that it can be very good in some metagames. Okay, so I think we take the Rumble, and because we want them to play the Brood Scale into my Tarfire. It's a deck I like a lot. It's a deck I do believe in. It's one that I don't know if I love it right now. And it's probably not going to be your best tournament deck, but boy is it just like, it's really dope, you know. So they top decked a Eldrazi Temple, which is very annoying. So I wanted to get this next turn, but now they can cast it. Maybe they'll just play Fleshraker, though. They probably won't. Fuck yeah. So I'm gonna grab this for a type in the yard, because I need to Thoughtseize the Kozilek's command instead of casting the Arcanist this turn. Don't think we need another Channeler. So if I attack them for 8 this turn, I guess I'm 1 damage short of forcing the chump block. So if I take the Kozilek's command, I win if I draw Mishra's Bauble, Tarfire, Unholy Heat, Arena of Glory. Anything else? Bowmaster? No, not quite Bowmaster. Also, if I draw any land, If I draw any land, I can play Arcanist, Nethergoyf, and then just kill them with the Tarfire the following turn. I'm not sure about this. Oh no, Bauble's not a kill because I'm not dealing the extra damage this turn. Okay, maybe that was just a big punt then. So I didn't really consider this line. So now we can have the Goyf to block the Brood Scale next turn. And then we get, so they're going to be at, presumably they chump here, block here, 7. Yeah, I think I just fucked this game up. Kill the spawn. The problem is I shrink the Goyf by so much. Maybe killing the spawn was better. I was thinking that I could have lethal next turn. I also just didn't see this line, this good line, of them just having the second blocker. I should have just taken the stupid Brood Scale. Oh, wait, hold on. Didn't they fuck this up? Because, okay, I didn't see this line because they can't start the combo next turn without going to 2. Okay, so they still need to top deck. Sorry. Now that they've adapted, they have to leave this spawn back to start their loop. So we win the game if they don't draw Kozilek's Command or like Fleshraker, right? As long as they have the spawn they can combo. Yeah, well the thing is like the spawn can't block, right? If they want to keep it to block. So I could leave back my Goyf to chump the Brood Scale that I can kill with Channeler. Oh yeah, and they don't have infinite blockers. They have one infinite power creature. The second blade makes infinite wide and infinite tall. Okay, cool. Emotional game. Kind of want these Charmaws. Matt's list wasn't playing Ring, so I'm going to cut the Bowmasters, I think. Don't think we're playing any Pyros. Could play like one, I guess, maybe over second Cling. Don't think it's going to be good very often. They're a Fleshraker deck. Let's play one. Give it a go. Kind of feels like you're okay. Well, I'm glad we have that feeling. Definitely running hot. Feels like the deck is viable at the very least. I'll be a bad content creator and so go, yeah, we broke it. That'll be 10 gifted subs from each chatter. Instead, I'll say, let's manage our expectations for now, but we can be cautiously optimistic about this one. All right, deck tech for friend, since we're on the topic of Brood Scale. Hopefully they play like a Temple next turn. So a Heat main phase to play around my opponent, adapting. So graveyarding this for Delirium seems reasonable. I think I'm just like a little too flooded to not loot away a land here. Postboard with the 10 pack. Thank you, Postboard. Postboard thinks we broke it, I guess. Interesting. Pithing Needle, Marsh Flats. I'm okay with that. If you got a gifted stuff for post, make sure to think. I think this build is pretty cool looking. I like a lot of the numbers here. If you look Kozilek's Command, which they actually can't cast at the moment. Looks like we needed to have second Pyroclasm, huh? No land for our opponents. Our Charmaw still costs 5. now we can escape a Kroxa. Is it going to be better for me? I think that because we have the Pyroclasm, I guess not this way. They just still infinite power. I'm going to escape the Kroxa though. Sid with the 15 months. Thank you. Welcome back. The 1 of Kroxa has been good. I think 1 is still probably the right number. Maybe play 2. Yeah, I don't really see much about this I would change. I think it looks really solid. Potentially maybe -1 Ballista, +1 on Earth, because on Earth looks really good in your deck. But overall, it looks good. I think you're like in the tune portion of the brewing process. Thanks, Sid, for the 15. Appreciate you too. And it is good that without an Eldrazi Temple in their hand, they can't cast this Kozilek's command. They even discard the Kozilek's command. I'm going to get in for 2. And if we just don't get comboed here, I'm feeling pretty good. So there's a Brood Scale, so they can go equip, but without a land, they can't go equip plus adapt. But so they do have the land. But they tap the Brood Scale instead of a Construct, which is kind of interesting. Thanks, Ruth, with the Twitch Prime. Also, we'll see if their last card is another Kozilek's command. It's a Fleshraker for lethal. Nice. Okay, game 3. Bowmaster does punish Kozilek's command like a little bit. Let's keep this here. Okay, I'm clicking the keep button. I'm just not exactly sure how we're sequencing this. I think I'm going to go Blood Crypt, Channeler Bauble. I was pretty sure Gemstone Caverns doesn't discount Charmaw. Just wanted to double check. Running Cage against me stops exactly my Kroxa. I guess Arcanist too. Okay, never mind. Kind of happy they got Waste because I got Charmaw in my hand. Okay, they choose Eldrazi Temple. We get Delirium. I think I need to jam the Channeler here. Another Rumble revealing a Temple, a Forest, an Ancient Stirrings, and a Blade. They choose the other Temple, indicating that they have a Kozilek's command in their hand. Then they play a Blade. I'm going to upkeep Kill the Fleshraker, I think, hoping to surveil into a second land to play one of my 2 drops. No such luck yet. I guess a Thoughtseize would be good too, maybe. I'll take a Heat. Heat's okay. Or Charmaw here. The Charmaw costs 3 because it doesn't get discounted by Caverns. Plus, you just can't let them untap with Fleshraker. So we can find Arena of Glory they're dead to the Hasted Charmaw. At this point, this land doesn't really do anything, so we'll Graveyard. So now I guess we just Charmaw their green source. Pass the turn. Six mana. They can't Kozilek's Command to exile my Charmaw here. Maybe this player has adapted Matt's list to play the ring, though. $12 and a. On the draw against a Jegantha. I've only played against Energy twice, but I beat them both times. See if that's what we're playing against. Yeah, it definitely reminds me of old Rakdos Lyris. Have to settle for Jegantha. So we're up against Domain Zoo if they're going to reel Jegantha Xander's Lounge. Yeah, you have to play Street Wraith. I mean, it's not. We're not playing no Phoenix Street Wraith because of Jegantha, but that's like 8 slots that just don't really fit into the deck. Okay, so I'm going to cling their Arid Mesa so that I have Delirium after I Thoughtseize to heat the Scion. Not taking Ragavan. I'm not taking Flage, I think. I'm going to take the Flames. Stub. I mean, the stub is like just not good unless they top deck another big creature. And at that point, it's still not like amazing. How challenge go? We top forward. Lost a very close game 3 to Blue Belcher. I could have played differently to win. I think I probably misplayed a little bit. It wasn't a matchup I had a lot of experience in. Can double FOMO next turn. Sako, the 5 months. Thank you. Welcome back. You could take anything there to make sense, even stub. I mean, I think taking Ragavan doesn't make that much sense. I mean, it stops it from hitting me, but I just have too many cards in my hand that line up well against it. I think Treble Flames is the best take there, but I agree it's kind of close. All right, I Surveil. Thanks, socketing it with the 5 months. Opponent has binding. And we know they have Jegantha, Stubborn Denial, 2 mystery cards. They could maybe have a binding. Quad Fomos? So I'm going to Flage my FOMO here. And if I don't draw a land to cling the Flage, it could be kind of bad. Oh, they're Ragavanning? Really? They exile a Channeler. That has Delirium. It's pretty good. That's going to be a very good Arcanist next turn. I can flashback like 3 things in theory. They also had binding? Oh no. Okay, pretty good draws from our opponent. They have Stub, and they have Flage, and they have Ragavan. That's their 3-card hand. They keep a card on top. I have a guess that it's a land. Guessed correctly there. I think we can maneuver around this, probably. Yeah, we can Arcanist the Cling, and we can Arcanist something else. So do I have lethal this turn? I can double Tarfire. So this is basically 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So don't have lethal. So I'm going to leave back the Orc army for the Ragavan, and then I think we just go... Okay, so Fomo, target the Arcanist. Unholy Heat, target the Channeler. Pretty significant upgrade to Arcanist, opposed to pre-arena, pre-Fomo. Would not be casting 2 spells with it this turn. Okay, so now I was thinking about putting Jegantha into my hand, but I'll just pay for stuff now. And the last card's a Ragavan. Got a 1/1 to block it. Feeling pretty good. They tapped like a Flage, we could lose. They tapped like a Wooded Foothills. Guess they could entomb a Flage. So the Thoughtseizes are very important to beat Leyline Scion. Bowmasters are quite bad. Well, they do have Ragavan. Yeah, I think Arcanist is pretty good. It's very, I know it's very weird. I'm kind of a believer at the moment. Just not sure how many spell bombs I want. I think I'm gonna go play one less Inquisition. Okay, I'm gonna go use the restroom. Be right back. Would they not just set out Ragavan? Yeah, I guess they might just set out Ragavan. I mean, I don't have a lot for this matchup, which is maybe a mistake. So I have like some sudden edicts or something. All right, after some deliberation, my opponent decides to be on the play. Pretty mandatory keep. Okay, we've successfully passed the leyline step. What is happening? I'm going to Thoughtseize my opponent, Kavu or Scion. It could be kind of tough to deal with. My double Tarfire Arcanist with Thoughtseize. Jegantha no Leyline. You can play Jegantha with Leyline. This is actually one of the first things we said about the card. Like, wow, you can actually play Jegantha with it. All of the little hybrid symbols are different mana symbols. If you've been playing Domain Zoo and you've been not playing Jegantha because you think you can't because of Leyline, good news, you get the Dumb Companion. Okay, so my opponent's probably playing Scion of Draco this turn. Maybe they'll dash a Ragavan. Okay, they do play the Scion. So let me see what my next card is. Pretty good one. So, seems like I should probably try to Tarfire the Ragavan. You know, I'm talking about Leyline of the Guild Pact, not of the Void. 3/1 the prelim, slightly edited version journalist. Awesome. What'd you change? Yeah, better have not cut the violent urges. Okay, I love that they dashed. That's obviously huge for us. So my opponent's hand is Leyline Binding, Lightning Bolt, Flames. That's 11 points of bird, and they're putting me down to... they're putting me down to 12. It's not 11. Opponent is probably double queuing. Yeah, we could play Hit Run, too. The problem is they can sacrifice any creature. I thought it had to be highest mana value. Missed attack. No, they're here. I think they're just double queued. Okay. I think I want to haste the Channeler. I am like very much racing this game. And they're going to kill it with bolts. So let me start off with this, and then I'm going to heat the Scion to see what our next card is. It dies to bolt, so what's kind of nice about that is pressuring their removal a little bit. You know what I mean? Change the management for the board to cut bigger poisons for Bone Crushers. I might like Wild Slash over Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher might be better. But Picker Poisons are mostly for Domain Zoo. I'm worried that you don't have enough stuff for that matchup. It might be okay. Alright, so the hand is now Lightning Bolt, Tribal Flame. So we're no longer dead to just one more burn spell. I think we'll just play our Nihil Spellbomb out. Yeah, they did fix the Virtuoso bug, but we did a lot of losing with that deck, I'll tell you what. Alright, so we still know their exact hand. But now they don't have red mana up, so we can haste Arcanist and Thoughtseize their Bolt or their Flames. Too bad we won't be able to do also Fomo this turn. Should be okay. I'm going to go ahead and Thoughtseize the Flames, because I don't want to take Lightning Bolt and let them top deck another Flames, and all of a sudden I'm just dead. They played the Bolt, they had two. Okay, they have just a Bolt in their hands. I think I'm gonna wait on the Spellbomb. We could crack it main phase to try to draw land, but that is worse if they draw a Flage. But I'm gonna crack it end of turn. And this is part of why like Spellbomb is better than like other Graveyard Hate in these matchups, because you just get to cycle it and make a top deck Flage worse. Which is a pretty big deal. What is the bug? It was very weird with Illuminator Virtuoso. The +1 counters that you were supposed to get were going on. They're going on your instants and sorceries. It was very bizarre. I think maybe you could outrace Zoo. You can't outrace Zoo probably if they have Leyland Scion. As for Bone Crusher, I liked it because you could find it. Yeah, being able to find it off Rumble maybe it makes it better. I think that's a good point. Okay, so Cadace to Kroxa. But yeah, I'm kind of worried about that matchup. I mean, I'm a little bit worried in this deck too. But yeah, it's fine. Fine changes. I think pick your point. We played some Bone Crushers and Wild Slashes in 75. It's pretty reasonable. Okay, I trophied my first league with the deck. I trophied my second league with the deck. We are now 3-0 for 13-0 with Rakdos Dreadhorde Arcanist and what last week seemed like a very difficult to brew in modern format. Let's get a prediction for third one in a row, I guess. We played against a bunch of Storm Energy. I played 2 Energy, both off stream. I won both times. There was one game where opponent misclicked on Thraben Charm really hard, but I think I was going to win that game anyways, just not sure. I have played against Energy 0 times, but I have had 4 Damping Spheres in my sideboard the whole time, so I'm not, too pessimistic about that matchup. Spellbombs are for Flage against Zoo. Yep. Could be Belcher again. They play against Amulet. I don't think I've played against Amulet. I don't think it's a good matchup. We do have 4 Damping Spheres, but looks like we're up against Jeskai. Not sure how this matchup is. Obviously, we need to draw some spells. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do here is Surveil end of turn and then go Thoughtseize, Haste, Arcanist, Thoughtseize again, hopefully. I miss playing Kroxa. That'd be the worst card deck. Dude, Kroxa's been good. I'm like pretty close to winning a second copy, maybe in the sideboard. But like Kroxa's been like really nice. But the thing is, you never want to draw 2, so I don't know that you want to play a second copy. I guess I take the Dress Down. Very strong hand. Okay, so if they Teferi and minus, I do have Unholy Heat. If they Teferi plus, it's worse for me because I won't necessarily have Delirium. If I take the Flage, I could Cling to Dust and maybe flashback Cling to Dust. It's kind of tough. I think I'm just taking the Teferi and then accepting the Flage gets the Arcanist and we just get to Cling and keep going. Cling gets me Delirium. No, because I lost the Thoughtseize just now. I only have 2 types at the moment. Okay, so they still have Force of Negation, Solitude, Mystery card. So we do have Delirium again, for whatever that's worth. Probably not all that much. Solitude, Force of Negation still. I guess I was supposed to upkeep the Cling because of the Force. That was actually really risky. Let me haste this Fomo. I'm going to discard the Unholy Heat. Kroxa has been very good. I think you only want to play 1 for whatever it's worth. But Kroxa has been very good. I don't have another Surveil land. I think I'm just gonna Cling. It's a bit weird. With the Force of Negation that I know about, the Cling isn't all that strong for them. And then untapping Arcanist is good if I draw Thoughtseize, Tarfire. I think I'm just gonna tap the Fomo for 1 more damage. I just want to build it myself mid, but thank you for posting. I'm just going to build it myself tonight. I really enjoy building stuff myself. As you might know. Alright, if they upkeep the Cling, obviously, yeah, could have just hardcast the Force. Okay, so we're going to attack again. They didn't force the Cling, which I guess makes sense. If they have a land to hardcast Solitude, I'm not exactly thrilled. They keep a card on top, then they play a Flooded Strand. And that card seems to have been a Ring. No Bowmaster in my hand. The draw was very good against mine, I think. No Thoughtseizing against Pro Everything. But maybe a Hasty Flage can cross the finish line for us. But it goes down to 10 and then down to 9. Solitude, Force of Negation. 4 other cards in hand. So I have 6 mana. So hasting a Jegantha against this hardcast Solitude seems like kind of a non-starter. So I think we just attack. Wish we had 1 more mana, and then we could go, like, haste Jegantha post-second combat phase. So I was hoping they would let me untap first. I don't get my second combat phase anymore. So I think I just Unholy Heat. Probably not finishing this one. We'll see. The card's so bad. Don't care really if they can sign. Here comes the land. Maybe they have a ring. Thoughtseize would be nice. Maybe. So if I see a Bowmaster on top of my library, I'm not gonna cast my Jegantha. Yeah, I guess seeing Inquisition lets me Inquisition before hasting Jegantha, so that's probably what we should do. Take Salmon for the 28. When it's down to 5. I think they're going to Flage and escape. So let's put them up to 7 and then down to 5. So if I top deck an Unholy Heat, if I top deck, I mean, I guess it's assuming they're actually escaping, but if I top deck Unholy Heat, we can heat the Flage and then haste Jegantha to kill them. I only have 2 though. Would be pretty hype. We may need to lose a match at some point. May need to lose a match at some point. As I said to the ring change, it's fine, or is it fine? My sentiment on the ring has changed some. It did get very buffed from MH3. A little late, Bowmaster. They go to 10. I guess so, huh? I'm gonna pack it in here. What's our overall record? 13-0. Pretty crazy. We do 2-2 split. Kills Flage, kills Teferi. The extra types are pretty important though, especially early. Let's do 3-1. We have a lot of answers to the Flage. Alright. What is Ruthless Negotiation? Very cute with Dreadhorde Arcanist. I don't think the card is good enough though. I'm gonna lead on Thoughtseize. I think they have plenty of hands where I just want to Arcanist on turn 2. Including this hand, I think. Although the double dress down's a bit annoying. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, this is beautiful. So we get to go turn 2 Arcanist. They're going to possibly dress down before I flashback, and then I just get to cast Kroxa. I just get to cast Kroxa. So hopefully they didn't top to look like a Discharger. They don't even really play Discharge. It's like Pending Binding right now, right? They're just going to dress down and get early Flage. I mean, not if I thought Caesar, right? Let's go, baby! What a cool line. Let's go! Dude, Kroxa has been so overperforming. Won't they end up turn dress down Chief Flage instead? I mean, maybe because they have 2. Oh, they have a pending. So they just graveyard a Flage. So they had his Dress Down, Flage, Verdict, 2 mystery cards. Do this main phase, see if we draw a land. And then there's a good chance they just have to Verdict my Arcanist. I don't think I'm surveilling yet. Just get the extra card here. Seems like they're setting up for end of turn dress down. We've already gotten through 2 Flages, so it doesn't seem that likely that they top decked Flage. They might have top decked Null Drifter, I guess. And I'm not really in the business of committing a 3rd creature into the verdict. Might have been okay to keep a land though. Alright, their draws have been quite good. Graveyard, I guess. So let's go to second main phase. What an awkward spot. I think I'm just going to start off by needling the One Ring. Ooh, Arena of Glory is really dope. Oh, the problem is they have the dress down in the hand too. So I guess they already used the dress down. So I think we go Channeler Goyf, sack the Arcanist to the Null Drifter, then we can double haste Fomo with Delirium next turn. Assuming they don't just verdict. Alright. 13-1. 13-1. Tried our best there. The top decks were insane. Let's get a 4-1 prediction. Guess we're keeping this on the draw on the blind. Double Devourer. Alright, on the draw with a pretty crappy hand, and I cut one of my Eldrazi sideboard cards. And I drew a land. I'll probably concede to a ring. I guess I'll see if I draw a Bowmaster, but... Maybe the overall record thing is cursed, huh? Okay, so we get to bring in a Needle and 4 Charmaws. I think I want to go cut a Cling, 1 Tarfire, 2 Heat, and then I might play 1 Nihil Spellbomb for Emrakul, but... Oh, sorry. Yeah, I want to do a 3-2 split, I think. Is the Eldrazi deck, like, secretly very good right now? I haven't been playing much Eldrazi lately, aside from my... Archway of Innovation decks that everyone loves and everyone thinks are very sweet. Many people are saying this. Okay, opponent keeps 7. They do have a Devourer. I am going to Thoughtseize on turn 1. Looks like kind of an easy talisman since that's their only green source at the moment, and I don't know how often they're keeping another green source on top. Oh, they actually chose not to. Oh, sorry, they're devouring now. Oh shit! For some reason, I thought this trigger already resolved, and they did keep a card that wasn't a Kozilek's command, so I guess it was probably a green source, right? I tune in every day to see Archway, but alas, it eludes me. I do love the Archway deck. So it looks like they must have kept another Kozilek's command. I think I'm graveyarding that. Yeah, I guess I don't want to exert. No, I could just exert the Arcanist because I have second arena. think this deck will benefit from more tuning, or do you think this 75 is RCQ ready? Trying to get a lock in a ringless deck for modern SKUs. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna need a little bit more tuning, but you know, I'm 13-1. Like this problem happens sometimes when you like run really hot and you start winning a lot. Is that it's difficult to tune when you aren't really losing and the deck is just seeming really sick. So I don't usually feel like the first 75 you have is like absolutely correct. But this does just happen sometimes where you just win a lot and you don't know what to change. But I would recommend the list, and you know, I will probably try to play it in a tournament. Oh no, I'm going to Vegas this weekend. I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be a tournament that can fit into the schedule for this one. Okay, they put one on top, one on bottom. I won't be able to Charmaw next turn. They put a Labyrinth into their hand. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let's haste this. Plan to take the All is Dust. I could put this together and poorly play for you in Vegas. I have all these cards. Yeah, is there a modern event in Vegas? I'm just playing the sealed, but I've heard some people ask about the modern stuff. Okay, now I think I have to take the ring, which is kind of annoying, and then not commit into the All is Dust anymore. Yeah, sweet side events. Yeah, probably. You know, my wonderful fiance Esther is coming with me, and so are some other friends who don't really play a lot of Magic. So I think after if I scrub out or whatever, I will probably just be hanging out with them instead of doing anything. Okay, I have not done any work on Standard yet. If we could just refund this deck, I just will not be able to give you any good feedback, unfortunately. So they get a Woodland that at the moment can copy a ring. Kroxa looking kind of juicy. Four Singular Event Soul Modern. Yeah, I just think I'm just gonna hang out in Vegas instead if I scrub out. This is like a little mini vacation month for me. Also going to Ren Fair the weekend after. Although I don't know, it's tough because the Mox event. I need to message someone about this today. Actually, I think I want to try to defer my invite. We've been planning this trip for months, and then I didn't realize that they corresponded. But I just don't think I can really commit to. I don't want to scrub out on all my friends and play the Mox. I don't want to like try to laptop stream from the woods. So seems like I'm going to have to try to defer my invite. Maybe refund done. Yeah, I can mod refund Smurf and then confirm when you get that refund done, please. Alright, so unless they top deck Kozilek's command or like Myco Spawn for Bog, we should be winning game 2 here. They consider T-West as additional tutor for the Archway deck. You were saying you didn't like the Gemstone Cavern. We've talked about it a little bit. I think like the map off the Saga, at least in the non-Eldrazi build, which I think is the better build, probably means you don't need to play a T-West. It would be really nice if T-West could tutor for some like big top end card. So like I guess maybe you could play like one Ballista and some T-West, so like you could tutor for Ballista and improvise out a big Ballista. That could be interesting, but in general, T-West is not that good a card. I will also say, I guess. Yeah, Kroxa has been very good. Okay, let's go to game 3. Not interested in 1-2 Damping Spheres of the Tarfires. No, Damping Sphere is bad against them. It sometimes is okay, but it's like the fact that you have to take turn 2 off, and then all of a sudden you have a really hard time double spelling, and they just have Utopia Sprawls and Talismans. It's just like, it is not a good plan against them in my experience. I've basically never been happy because that I brought in a bunch of Damping Spheres against these builds. Have you won a second Kroxa at any point? I really wanted against the Jeskai opponent we just lost to. The thing about Kroxa is you really do not want to draw 2 copies, and you have a good amount of dig to find the second copy, the first copy, and you don't really want to draw it very early. So I think these dynamics make it a pretty good one of. But I could see maybe sideboarding the second. I could see maybe playing the second in the main over the fourth Arcanist. These starts are just always so fucking good. It's not like having a Damping Sphere in my hand would like really help too much. Thoughtseize is a good pickup. Dismember, Mycospawn, Mycospawn. Just gonna take a Mycospawn, I think. Thanks, Magical. So they rip the land. Because I don't want them to go Mycospawn into Mycospawn Kicker, you know. How did Felly Overlord go? Well, we were playing it in between rounds of the challenge, and we didn't really like get to focus very much on the deck, if that makes sense. But there's something there. What's the plan for Sanctifier Rip? I mean, those you could probably play 30 matches of Modern and be surprised to run into a single copy of Sanctifier Rest in Peace. And I guess kind of simply put too, it's like if you were to run into a Sanctifier or a Rest in Peace, like that's just pretty unlucky, and they're not like what could our plan be for those cards? It's a very tough one. I think I gotta agree. Obviously, I wish I could look at their top card and see if it's like a ring. We don't. There's not like a long list of good plans we could have. For that, so I just don't think that I think we just have to try to dodge those cards or Thoughtseize them, and that's okay. Okay, so we know they have a Dismember in their hand as their last card. Thoughtseizing it is not going to be the most effective, probably. Here's Delirium. I play the full set of Charmaws on the side. Well, I had 3 and then 1 Shatter. Hope. I think 4 Charmaw could be good, yeah. What would you cut for it? Interesting that they would kill the Channeler instead. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think my opponent will put this Devour into their hand end of turn, which means that they probably, if they don't draw a land, we probably have a target for the Thoughtseize. So I'm going to keep the Thoughtseize in the hand for now. Zek doing well against 5 colors you demand. We're 1-0 against it, but we don't have a good plan for Leyline Scion besides Thoughtseize, so we should maybe have some sudden edicts. Obviously, you just can never prepare for everything. Okay, so they did top deck a land, and it's good for us that it's tapped so we can Thoughtseize the Devourer. It's bad for us that it's a bog, because it shrinks my Nethergoyf down to 0. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna Jegantha in my hand here, so a land allows me to Jegantha. Maybe like the ability. Oh no! I forgot that because we boarded in the Charmaws, I lost my precious Elk. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to attack with my Fomo with the hopes of like making my Goyf attackable next turn. I think that's probably going to be correct. And then also turns on Delirium if I top deck DRC. So they're in top deck mode. I'm sorry for all the trash talk, Jegantha. Another land, attacking for 4 though. So I guess it's good for us they didn't jump block. We did Graveyard a Bowmaster earlier. Would be the right time to top deck one for sure. Not the right time to Thoughtseize. So I'm not going to play around Kozilek's command by Thoughtseizing first. The Surveil is a little bit too valuable. Imagine Graveyard and Kroxa here. So if I exile Fomo, Thoughtseize, land. So keeping this on top means if I hit my opponent with this channeler here, they're dead. But it means I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to escape the Tarmogoyf. I think that's a fine way to play this game. The problem is they probably have the command here, right? Maybe they have Dismember. Okay, so if I exile Thoughtseize, land, Fomo, I'll have a 3/4 Goyf that they get to chump block or have to chump block. And then all of us is the one of these cards that kills it, so I guess take that. We haven't played against Boros today, which is a little surprising. I was 2-0 against it last night, though, or yesterday morning, rather. Okay, so they're gonna go down to 5. And if they just don't draw a ring in the top 3 cards, we should probably win. Or I guess Breaker of Creation, Kozilek's command. I've seen Tarfire Lightning List. Has 2 Type Shock effect been good enough? Or do you find myself missing more Bolt effects sometimes? Yeah, Tarfire is way better than Lightning Bolt and your Nethergoyf Fomo decks. Period. You should play the 4th Tarfire before the 1st Bolt if you have Nethergoyf and Fomo in your decks. Plus DRC. Top 4 at the challenge on Saturday. 13-1 with this deck. I feel very good about Tarfire. Sawa, thanks for the raid. Hope y'all are doing well. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate y'all popping in. We're 13-1 with our Rakdos Dreadhorde Arcanist in Modern. My opponent reveals Emrakul the Promised End here. The top card of my library is a Tarfire. So they're going to attack the Goyf into the Emrakul. Tarfire me down to 6. And then just kill me with the Emrakul. I don't know if I have any outs. Oh, I have an out. Oh no, Kroxa isn't an out because I'll just exert my Arena of Glory. Maybe our opponent will forget to do that. There's a local player card pool that plays Burn, which is just a cyber card against Burn in this deck. I would suggest letting them have it. Let Burn, live their life. Or Collective Brutality, probably collect. Or you could play Leyline of Sanctity. Yeah, we know their last card is Kozilek's command. Lightning Bolt would be better here. I guess it actually would mean extra damage. Yeah, just don't sideboard a card for Burn. Let them have it. I'm dead. Okay, so 13-0 into 13-2. Garbage deck. I think what we should probably do is do a league with Amtraptor over